Hey guys, so I decided to make these potato cheddar pierogies in vodka sauce and some spices, and at the end I'm gonna add mozzarella cheese melt all over the dish. Also, I'm gonna make on the side some garlic butter bread. Here I'm gonna boil some water for the pierogies. When it starts boiling, then I'm gonna throw them in. Here in a separate pan, I'm gonna just melt some butter, and then I'm gonna prepare my sauce that I'm gonna be tossing the pierogies in and finishing to cook them. The pierogies will be thrown in when the water starts bubbling, and for now I'm throwing in some vodka sauce with melted butter. The butter just gives it a little bit creaminess. I know vodka sauce is already creamy, but we're gonna be diluting it with water. So all I'm gonna do is just keep adding spices. You guys can add whatever spices interest you. Maybe you're not into spices. There are some people who cannot eat spicy things either. I'm using the Italian seasoning here. Again, seasoned with heart. You know, however much you want to taste in your food. I'm gonna also throw in whatever the rest of garlic powder that I do have. I didn't have much. I would use a lot more than this. I like to have some garlic in my food. Using some red pepper flakes here. And again, you can make this as spicy or as little spicy as you want. It just gives a little kick. My kids don't like too much spiciness in their food. And just mix it up a little bit just to incorporate all the spices and the butter with the sauce. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cover this a little bit after so it can cook through just a little bit, because after that we're going to be throwing in the pierogi. See, once it starts bubbling a little bit, I'll just turn off the heat, and I'm going to just mix it a little bit more and turn it off, so this way it's not overcooking. Here our water started bubbling. Okay, so now this is the time to uncover and throw in both boxes of the pierogies. You can use only one, depending on the size of your family. We like them. I usually like to leave leftovers and use them for lunch for the next day. I'm throwing them in a bunch because in the hot water they're gonna separate anyway. I know some people like to separate them ahead of time. It's up to you, honestly. I was just working really quickly. Here I'm gonna put it on high so it can start boiling. This sauce has been simmered down. Okay, let's cover the pierogies. Separately, I'm also making for the bread that I'm going to be making on the side, toasted with garlic. Just literally 3 cloves of garlic crushed, and I would say maybe a tablespoon of butter. Again, this is per your liking. I would put more, a bit less, depends how much bread you're using. I'm using literally just any bread I do have. I'll be just mixing it up so the butter melts down a little bit. Mix it up well with the garlic, and I'll be just cutting up the bread and spreading it on the bread. This foil pan is for the bread. I'm gonna be laying, once I'm done spreading all the butter on them. The pieces could be as big or as small as you want. Again, it's to your desired look. It could be any bread. I would use Italian bread. I'd slice it up and do this. I just didn't have any on hand. I just decided just to do like last minute, which is the shopping. I was exhausted, didn't want to go buy new bread right now. So I just decided to do this quick version. And now I'm gonna pour some water into the sauce to dilute it a little bit, so the pierogies can go in there and not burn, because the sauce, when it's too thick, it starts burning. So this gives it a little steaming effect when I cover it. Now it's incorporated, and I'm gonna finish off by throwing in the al dente pierogies into the sauce, little by little. Okay, here we are. I put them all into the sauce. Now I'm just gonna try to cover them all with the sauce a little bit. Just lightly coated. I'm gonna switch my cooking utensil for a second here because it has holes. So either with a spoon, whatever you have that's doesn't have holes in it, of course, it's easier to scoop up the sauce and just try to cover everything. You see it's now starting to boil. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring down the fire to the lowest heat, and I'm going to cover it up so it can cook a little bit. Meanwhile, I'm going to turn on my oven. I usually put it 400, 450. It depends what kind of oven you have. I have a regular apartment oven, so it's not very strong. I'm going to put these in and let it toast about 10 minutes. Again, depending on your oven. Cover this up. Let it sit for maybe a good 10-15 minutes, and then you could turn off the heat. Here we are. It's looking beautiful and delicious. And now our toast is almost done. It smells great. So here we are with some mozzarella cheese. It's shredded. I get these at Costco, Kirkland, the 2-pack. Honestly, it's always better to get a fresh block of mozzarella cheese and just shred it yourself. I understand. I guess it's healthier, as people say, but honestly, I don't have the time to do that right now, and nor the strength. Like I said, we just came back from shopping, just needed a quick meal. Exhausted. It's about maybe 8 o'clock at night, so kids are already starving. I'm gonna cover this up, let it melt a little bit. Here the toast is done. Nice and crispy and brown and crunchy, and smells amazing. Smells like garlic and butter. What else could be better? Now the cheese here already melted after I covered it. Literally, I didn't even already have the fire on. I just covered it because it was still hot. My toast is ready. Set it aside. This is melted, so I will be scooping it up. Here we are. It's time to serve it. Let's dig in. Look at all that sauce without we're gonna be dipping our bread into. And look at that potato. Delicious, incorporated with the sauce and the cheese. It's ooey and gooey. My son really enjoyed this meal. Enjoy, everyone.